The BBIN sub-region comprises Bangladesh, Bhutan, India and Nepal. It is home to nearly 1.6 billion people with a combined gross domestic product, GDP, of $3.5 trillion. This sub-region holds immense economic and trade potential for deeper economic engagement given the strong historical, cultural and ethnic ties among these neighboring countries. However, integration of this sub-region is severely affected by suboptimal connectivity, which acts as impediment to the full achievement of its economic growth potential.
There is SAFTA, which is for regional integration and a free trade agreement within the SAARC member countries. Still, the intra-regional trade is very, very less, something around 5% of the total global trade. Even the intra-regional investment is very little, and services trade also is very minimal.
Making trade possible and making trade happening on the ground are two different things. For better trade on the ground, it is important to understand that connectivity is important, both physical and digital. The BBIN Motor Vehicles Agreement is a step in that direction. While we all are waiting for its implementation, the multimodal connectivity is also gaining traction in this sub-region. Therefore, this project, we looked at various dimensions of multimodal connectivity and its political economy aspects. We understand that the BIMSTEC Multimodal Connectivity Master Plan is going to be released soon, and our work is going to complement that.
Agartala, the capital of the northeastern state of Tripura in India. It is to be noted that Agartala bulk trades chiefly from Kandla port in Gujarat, some 3,350 kilometers afar, passing through the states of West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh and Rajasthan. Whereas the Bangladeshi port of Chattogram is merely 200 kilometers away by road. And unimaginably, it is easier, cheaper and faster to send goods to Kandla port than to Chattogram port. Connectivity is the way out, and in fact, multimodal connectivity is essential for the BBIN sub-region to achieve its full potential. A strong multimodal transport network will help in cutting costs and time of cargo movement, along with decarbonization of the supply chains by integrating more eco-friendly modes of transport such as waterways.
COVID, I think, has probably reminded us, if we needed it, of the importance of connections between people and businesses, and the role that we all have in different ways sort of on the region. I think integrating markets, securing critical supply chains, reducing costs, they all have considerable benefits for all the citizens of the BBIN, citizens of businesses of the BBIN region. I think this is a really, really good study. Yeah, it's great to see these maps up. It's great to see sort of the things that sort of need to be taken forward. It's fantastic to just reflect back on the progress that has been made over the last few years, whilst of course just keeping in view the things that we need to focus on sort of like next.
It is in this context, GUTS International, with its partners Unnayan, Samanay, Bodhi Media and Communication Institute, Bhutan and Nepal Economic Forum, with the support from FCTO UK, is working on the M-Connect project, which aims to build a political economy discourse for building multimodal connectivity in the sub-region.
Trade to happen, it is important that people and goods can move across regions. And it is for this purpose that this project looking at BBIN as a sub-region connectivity is so important. I mean, there are examples like this which is happening. For example, the ASEAN agreement that they have on connectivity is a good example to follow for this region.
Connectivity in the sub-region has gained severe traction in recent times. Along with numerous infrastructural initiatives, multiple bilateral and sub-regional agreements have been signed in the recent past, which aims to enhance the connectivity in the sub-region.
Bhutan has already planned for a multimodal transit hub in Gelifu, will be initiated very soon. Land has been demarcated. We are also considering the railway connection with the government of India, to the bordering town of India and Bhutan.
এতে যুক্ত হয়েছে 4টি দেশই, অর্থাৎ BBIN এর 4টি দেশ। আর যেমনটি আগেই বলেছি, আমরা মাল্টি মডেল কানেক্টিভিটির জায়গা থেকে জরিপটি চালিয়েছি। ফলে স্থল বন্দর, নদী বন্দর, সমুদ্র বন্দরের পাশাপাশি বড় কমার্শিয়াল হাব যে এলাকাগুলো, সেগুলো আমরা বিবেচনায় নিয়েছি। মোট 12টি লোকেশনে আমরা কথা বলেছি, অংশীজনদের সাথে সরেজমিনে ভিজিট করেছি এবং এই সব অঞ্চলে।
We're happy to hear that Bangladesh government has taken initiative to set up one bridge over the river Brahmaputra. And once this bridge is there, it will be very easy to take goods from the capital city of Bangladesh, Dhaka, to direct Burimari of Lalmonirhat, as well as Banglabanda of Panchagod district.
Realizing the potential of multimodal connectivity, countries in the BBIN sub-region are now focusing on initiatives such as building multimodal terminals, logistics parks, enhancing bilateral railway and water connectivity, building dedicated freight corridors, digitization of trade initiatives, and adopting real-time electronic cargo tracking system.
LPI, as you know, is placed on the junction of these countries, and we propose to put modern infrastructure in all the crossings between these countries. So the target is to put modern infrastructure on almost 90 locations along our land borders, connecting these neighboring countries with India. And we are not only looking at the better highways, better road infrastructure, but also possibilities of railway connectivity and waterway connectivity at some of these locations.
There's been a lot of focus in developing two very critical river systems, that is the National Waterway 1 from Varanasi to Haldia, spanning across 4 states of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand and West Bengal, and the National Waterway 2, which practically is the stretch of Brahmaputra from the time it enters Assam and from there when it drains into Bangladesh.
Improved transport connectivity in the sub-region is important for landlocked countries like Bhutan and Nepal, which are dependent on India and Bangladesh for their third country export imports.
Basically, we want to reduce our logistics cost in Nepal. So for that, we believe that multimodal transportation system would be an important tool to reduce logistics cost.
As a landlocked country, Bhutan currently depends heavily on road transport. This project helped us identify challenges related to trading with countries in our sub-region and also explore the potential benefits of multimodal connectivity.
The opening of the 4 countries to do trade, to work on transportation arrangements can definitely help Nepal integrate better into its outside world, better into the region, and perhaps help Nepal to unleash its potential.
In the context of resilience and robustness of post-COVID-19 pandemic recovery, it is imperative to establish multimodal connectivity to reduce logistics costs and establish robust supply chains. This can be achieved through a participatory approach involving all stakeholders.
पुलिस का बहुत चेक इन है, ये बहुत हम लोग को दिक्कतदारी करता है। रात को जब भूटान से माल लेके आते हैं, बहुत असुविधा में हम लोग को, कागज़ वगैरह सब ठीक है, फिर भी हम लोग को रुकवा देता है, थाने में लेके जाता है। ऐसा करने से थोड़े, हम लोग तो गरीब आदमी है भाई, किसी तरह से गाड़ी लेके चला रहा है।
Availability of seamless connectivity in the BBN sub-region would offer tremendous benefit to the Bhutanese traders in terms of helping to achieve reduced cost of transportation, avoid delays, and most importantly, avoid damage to goods during transshipment. However, the issue of transshipment remains very sensitive since the local transporters are pretty much apprehensive about losing their business, especially at the time of imports. So this has to be dealt very delicately.
BBIN is a sub-region full of potential, and the multimodal connectivity is a key to realize the economic and the social benefits. The M-Connect project implemented by CARDS has helped us to better understand the opportunities and the challenges we are facing. It will serve as a wonderful roadmap for us. Act together, we go far.
For regional connectivity initiatives, whether it is under SARC or BBIN sub-region, to be successful, agreement, coordination and cooperation between these different stakeholders is very important and at various levels. First is at the governmental level, whether it is inter or intra. This is important for efficient multimodal logistics infrastructure, for harmonization of cross-border protocols, and overall to ensure that the economic connectivity is efficient and effective. The second is at the ground level between the operators, including the traders, the transporters, the freight forwarders, etc. And this is to ensure that the daily transactions are carried out smoothly. The third is very important, that is bridging the gap between the macro and micro, that is between the government stakeholders and the ground level stakeholders.
Ani bedalu tinga chinale pa doba ani bedalu tiga chira beru cost ani nale the transport babi jodalu atsi lamda di namsami tab madhe kaga ti thendo se jodola te ani nandale tinga chi shungi bana zidi gibe te chalare na machin tinga chi misilu te tab namsu tab deni me se jodola.
We are aware that GDP growth in these four economies was higher than the international average. Now this is something on which trade can develop and become very, very strong. The only issue that really remains is connectivity. We don't have sufficient and good connectivity between these four countries. And therefore, multimodal connectivity is the key for which political consensus is a necessity.
Yes, multimodal connectivity is the key to make the change. What impact will it make? The World Bank says it will change the region. It will make Bangladesh the regional economic powerhouse, will bring employment and trade opportunities to Nepal and Bhutan. It will not only boost the Indian economy, but also bring northeastern states closer to New Delhi. And obviously, it will bring the people of these neighboring countries closer to each other.